Good morning, everybody. This is not your normal video that I normally do. I have infused politics into some of my videos to some degree before, sure. But more importantly than that, it is the duty and obligation of Americans to stand up and put forward what they believe, especially when the Constitution is involved and when the fundamental nature of the United States is at stake. I am very pro-military. It is a fundamental part of who I am. I have very strong opinions about social justice also. And ultimately, when it boils down to mental health and mental wellness, I have very specific opinions. I woke up this morning to the news that disabled veteran Americans who had a peaceful sit-in protest in Washington, D.C. were arrested because it doesn't look good for the current presidency to have any sort of discourse about maybe what is being done isn't correct. Also, the Marines have no business arresting U.S. citizens for protesting. This country was founded on protest, the Boston Tea Party. This country has a document that is designed to give equity to the people and ensure that no branch of government is above the other branches of government, because that's how it works to keep power in check. Otherwise, you have royalty, an oligarchy, or you have what's going on in Russia, which is one person who manipulates power to keep power far longer than they should. And it's always about control. That is never a good thing from a mental health point of view. And it doesn't matter what your political opinion is. If you claim to love and uphold the Constitution, then you have to fight for it. You can't pick and choose the parts of the Constitution that you like and don't like. This isn't a buffet. It's all or nothing. If you want to change the Constitution, there is a way to do that. We have amendments that have done that. But at the end of the day, if your policy destroys the ability of the American people to show their displeasure through protest, through discourse, you're wrong. End of discussion. We cannot afford to recreate the playbook of the 1930s in Germany, and so far we are. We cannot afford to replace our democracy with a dictatorship, because that benefits nobody. And if you don't like what I have to say, fine, walk away, that's fine. But it's not going to stop me from saying what I know to be true, because history is on my side and so is our legal documentation. And I'm not pulling punches anymore. I'm not going to agree to disagree with anybody. I've stopped doing that a long time ago. I'm just getting more vocal about it. I and the American people shouldn't wake up angry. It's that simple. We as a country need to take a moment to reflect on whether our political leaders are doing what's right for us. And if they're not, and if they're backing somebody who makes decisions that everybody follows blindly, that's never been a democracy. Something to think about. Y'all have a good day.